Roland, this is a most extraordinary contraption, even from you. What's it supposed to be?
Well, it's sort of automation in the home. It's a kind of an automatic kitchen, this half of it.
Well, what are we doing here, Prince?
Well, this is the washing up here being done. As you see, no human hand or eye anywhere near.
The idea of an automated home used to be a joke. But as offices and factories begin to fill up with computers, the powerful electronics industry is looking to the home as the next big market for their products. In America particularly, there is a move to bring the house into the electronic age, to build a smart house.
What will living in a smart house be like? More convenient, more comfortable, and easier in almost any way you can imagine. And in some ways that are still just gleams in some product developer's eye. Just a few examples of what a smart house lets the homeowner do. Appliances will be able to communicate so that the cooktop starts the vegetables precisely 5 minutes before the roast in the oven is done. A smart house will also be signaled.
In the home that we're in here tonight in Washington, D.C., it has been computerized. All of the systems in the house, the energy, the security, the lighting control, the pull equipment, everything in the home that has an on and off capability is controlled centrally by the computer. So all the things that we're talking about in the future, in the next 20 years, are either on the drawing board or they're available today.
The telephone today can be used to control almost anything in your home without you being there.
Welcome to phone control. Please enter your 2-digit PIN number. To select menu, press star. To disconnect, press hash. Of left module required 1 to 6.
These sorts of gadgets may seem like toys for the rich, but for the old and disabled, they could bring real improvements in the quality of life. The capacity of older people to cope at home can be supported by systems which help them control their environment, bring security and safety, and better communications. Security alarms, smoke detectors, low-temperature sensors to protect against hypothermia, and pressure pads to monitor inactivity are already available.
Elderly people are very susceptible to being overcome by fumes. And Tesla have produced a smoke detector which will automatically ring through to a control center in the case of fire. So the elderly person doesn't have to think. It will ring through and show on the screen as a fire alarm. There's a very nice case, in fact, in East Yorkshire where the alarm rang through to the warden. The warden called through to her tenant and said, "Is there anything wrong, Mrs. Stone?" And she said, "No, no, not a thing, everything's fine." But the alarm kept ringing and she knew it was the fire alarm. So she thought, "I better check it out." Went around, smoke billowing out of the window, the chip pan on fire in the kitchen, and the little old lady happily sitting in her living room, oblivious to the whole thing. It could have been an absolute disaster.
This is an intelligent building. It's wired up, plugged in, the best networker in town. It is the technology the Japanese hope will ensure their future, and it's taking Tokyo from the industrial to the information age.
Intelligent buildings are designed not just so they can talk to themselves, but so that everyone in and outside the building can join in.
And this is where it all starts, the building's nerve center.
Everything's monitored. The elevators, the alarms, the electricity. When it's light, blinds go down. When it's dark, lights go on. And if it's warm, this roof will open, all reducing energy consumption by about 40%.
It all makes the building more efficient, but its ultimate purpose is to do the same for the people in it. Having transformed the factory, the Japanese are now trying to revolutionize the office.
It starts at the top. In the decision room, voice-activated microphones mean you can be heard whispering from one end of the room to the other. In each office, there are systems allowing people to hear, see, and design with colleagues in other buildings. It means less commuting. There's the option of wider communication too, international video conferences, and the latest buzz technology, virtual reality. Just a pair of gloves and glasses, but enough to let people work in completely different places, united in a virtual world.
Information and ideas, not people and products, are the new age travellers, and it's in buildings like this that the systems to transport them are being used and developed.
Over the next few years, £200 billion will be spent constructing more of them, paving the way for the next generation of Japanese exports.
It's a strategy. It's switched on, plugged in, hardcore, and it knows I've gone.